One terrible night changed my life forever. My name is Amanda. My husband was traveling. His brother came to visit. I made the worst mistake. I want to tell you my story. It is a hard story to tell. My hands are shaking as I speak to you, but I think it is important. Everyone makes mistakes. Some mistakes are small. You forget to buy milk. You break a glass. Those are easy mistakes, but some mistakes are big. They change everything. They change your future. They change your family. My mistake was very big. I am 28 years old. I live in a nice house in a quiet city. The city is beautiful. There are parks and tall trees. The streets are clean. It looks like a perfect place to live. I thought my life was perfect too. I have been married to Mark for 5 years. Mark is a good man. He is tall and kind. He works very hard. He is a businessman. He works for a big company. He has to travel a lot for his job. Sometimes he is gone for 2 days. Sometimes he is gone for 2 weeks. At first, I did not mind. I was proud of him. He made good money. We had a nice car. We had nice clothes. I thought this was happiness. But a big house can feel empty. A big house can feel very quiet. When Mark was away, I was alone. I remember the month of November very well. It was cold. The wind was blowing outside. The leaves on the trees were brown and dry. Mark told me he had to go to London for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, I asked him. That is a long time, Mark. He hugged me, he smiled. I know, Amanda. But it is important for my job. When I come back, we will take a vacation. We will go somewhere warm, just you and me. I smiled back, but inside, I felt sad. I felt lonely. I did not want to be alone for 3 weeks. Mark left on a Monday morning. I drove him to the airport. I kissed him goodbye. I watched him walk away. I drove home to my empty house. The house was so quiet. I could hear the clock ticking on the wall. Tick, tock, tick, tock. It was the only sound. 2 days later, the phone rang. It was Mark's brother. His name is David. David is different from Mark. Mark is serious. Mark likes plans and rules. David is wild. He is funny. He laughs a lot. He does not like rules. He moves from city to city. He changes jobs often. Hi, Amanda, David said. His voice was loud and happy. Hi, David, I said. How are you? I am good, he said. Listen, I am in your city. I have a job interview here tomorrow. Can I stay at your house? Just for a few days. I hesitated. I did not know what to say. Mark was not home. Was it okay for David to stay with me? But David was family. He was my husband's brother. Of course, I said. You are welcome here, David. Mark is in London, but I am here. Great, David said. I will be there in an hour. I cleaned the guest room. I went to the store. I bought food. I wanted to be a good hostess. I wanted to be a good wife. I thought I was doing the right thing. David arrived in the evening. He brought a big bag and a bottle of wine. He gave me a hug. "It is good to see you, Amanda," he said. "Thank you for letting me stay." We made dinner together. We made pasta and salad. The kitchen was warm. It smelled like garlic and tomatoes. It was nice to have noise in the house. It was nice to have someone to talk to. We sat at the table and ate. We drank the wine. David told me funny stories about his life. He told me about his travels. He made me laugh. I had not laughed in a long time. Mark was always tired when he came home. He did not tell jokes, but David was full of energy. "You have a nice laugh, Amanda," David said. He looked at me. His eyes were blue, just like Mark's eyes. "Thank you," I said. I felt my face get hot. "I am just happy to have company. It is lonely here when Mark is away." "I can imagine," David said. "Mark works too hard. He should stay home with his beautiful wife." I looked down at my plate. I felt strange. I felt happy, but I also felt nervous. The next day, David went to his interview. He came back in the afternoon. He was happy. "I think I got the job," he said. "Let's celebrate." We ordered pizza. We sat on the sofa and watched a movie. We sat close to each other. The movie was funny. We laughed together. Then the movie ended. The room was quiet. I looked at David. He looked at me. The air felt heavy. I knew I should say goodnight. I knew I should go to my room. I knew I should lock the door. But I was lonely. I was so very lonely. David touched my hand. "You are very special, Amanda," he said softly. I should have pulled my hand away. I should have stood up. I should have called Mark. But I did not. That is the moment I want to change. If I had a time machine, I would go back to that moment. I would stand up. I would say, "No, David, go to sleep." But I stayed. And then it happened. We kissed. And then we did more. I cannot tell you the details. It makes me feel sick. It was a mistake. It was a terrible, terrible mistake. It happened one night. Just one night. The next morning, I woke up. The sun was shining through the window. For 1 second, I felt calm. Then I remembered. I sat up in bed. My heart started to beat very fast. What did I do? Oh no, what did I do? I went to the kitchen. David was there. He was drinking coffee. He looked at me. He did not smile. He looked worried too. "Amanda," he said. "Don't," I said. I put up my hand. "Please, don't speak." I felt like crying. I felt dirty. I loved Mark. I loved my husband. Why did I do this? "I am sorry," David said. "I should not have done that." "We both did it," I said. My voice was low. "You must leave, David. You must leave now." "I know," he said. He packed his bag. He did not finish his coffee. He walked to the door. "Will you tell Mark?" he asked. I looked at him. I was terrified. If I told Mark, my marriage would be over. Mark would hate me. He would hate his brother. It would destroy the family. "No," I said. "We will never speak of this. Never. It is a secret. It never happened." David nodded. He looked sad. Okay, goodbye, Amanda. He left. I locked the door. I leaned against the door and slid down to the floor. I cried. I cried for hours. I felt so guilty. I cleaned the house. I washed the sheets. I washed the clothes. I wanted to wash away the mistake. I wanted to be clean again. Mark called me that night from London. "Hi, honey," he said. "How are you? Is everything okay?" Hearing his voice broke my heart. He sounded so kind. He trusted me. "I am fine," I lied. "Everything is fine. I am just tired." "Did David visit?" Mark asked. My heart stopped. "Yes," I said. "He stayed for one night. He had an interview. He left this morning." "Good," Mark said. "He is a good guy, but he can be messy. I hope he was not too much trouble." "No," I whispered. "No trouble." I hung up the phone. I felt like a liar. I was a liar. 3 weeks passed. Mark came home. I tried to act normal. I cooked his favorite dinner. I hugged him. I kissed him. But every time he looked at me, I felt fear. I thought he could see the secret in my eyes. But he did not see. He was happy to be home. He told me about London. He gave me a gift. It was a beautiful scarf. "For my lovely wife," he said. I wore the scarf. I smiled. But inside, I was dying. Time went on. Life went back to normal. Or I thought it did. A few weeks later, I started to feel sick. In the morning, I could not eat breakfast. The smell of coffee made me feel ill. I was very tired. I wanted to sleep all the time. "Are you okay?" Mark asked me one morning. "You look pale." "I think I have a flu," I said. "Maybe I ate something bad." But deep down, I knew. I knew my body. I waited until Mark went to work. I went to the pharmacy. I bought a pregnancy test. I was shaking when I bought it. The woman at the store smiled at me. "Good luck," she said. She thought I wanted a baby. I went home. I took the test. I waited for 3 minutes. Those 3 minutes were the longest minutes of my life. The clock ticked. Tick, tock, tick, tock. I looked at the stick. 2 lines. Positive. I was pregnant. I sat on the bathroom floor. I could not breathe. I was pregnant. A baby. I should be happy. Mark and I wanted a baby. We had talked about it. But then I looked at the calendar. I counted the weeks. I counted the days. Mark was in London 3 weeks ago. Before that, he was away for 2 weeks. We had not been together in a long time. But David was here. David was here exactly when the baby was made. The room started to spin. The baby was not Mark's. The baby was David's. I am pregnant by my husband's brother. I screamed. I put my hand over my mouth so the neighbors would not hear. I cried until my eyes were swollen. What could I do? What should I do? If I told Mark, I would lose everything. He would leave me. He would never forgive me. And a baby that belongs to his brother. It was impossible. If I did not tell Mark, I would have to lie. I would have to lie for the rest of my life. I would have to let Mark raise his brother's child. I would have to look at my child every day and see David's face. I did not sleep that night. I lay in bed next to Mark. He was sleeping peacefully. He did not know his life was broken. He did not know his wife was a traitor. The next day, I was a ghost. I moved through the house, but I was not really there. Mark came home early. He had flowers in his hand. "Surprise," he said. I looked at the flowers. They were red roses. "Why?" I asked. "Because I love you," he said. "And because I have good news. I got a promotion. I don't have to travel anymore. I can stay home. We can start a real family. We can have a baby." He smiled so big. He looked so happy. I felt like someone punched me in the stomach. He wanted a baby. And I was pregnant. But it was the wrong baby. I started to cry. I could not stop. "Amanda," Mark said. He dropped the flowers. He ran to me. "What is wrong? Why are you crying? Are you in pain?" I looked at him. This good man, this honest man, he loved me. I could not lie to him anymore. The secret was too big. It was eating me alive. If I kept this secret, it would kill me. "Mark," I sobbed, "I have to tell you something. Please, please don't hate me." "I could never hate you," he said. He held my hands. "Tell me, what is it?" "I am pregnant," I said. Mark's face lit up. He looked like the sun. "Pregnant, Amanda. That is wonderful. That is the best news. Why are you crying? This is a miracle." He tried to hug me. I pushed him away gently. "No, Mark, listen to me. Please listen." He stopped. He saw my face. He saw the terror in my eyes. His smile faded. "What?" he asked. "Is the baby sick?" "No," I said. "Mark, the baby. The baby is not yours." The room went silent. The silence was loud. It was heavy. Mark stared at me. He did not blink. "What did you say?" "The baby is not yours," I whispered. "How?" he asked. His voice was cold. "How is that possible? Who?" I closed my eyes. This was the hardest part. "It was when you were in London," I said. "I was lonely. I was so lonely. David came." "David?" Mark asked. His voice cracked. "My brother David." I nodded. I could not look at him. "Yes." Mark stood up. He backed away from me. He looked at me like I was a monster. He looked at me like he did not know me. "You and David," he said, "in my house, in my bed." "It was a mistake," I cried. "It was one night. I regretted every second of every day." "I am so sorry, Mark. I am so sorry." "Sorry," Mark shouted. "Sorry, you slept with my brother. You are pregnant with his child. And you say you are sorry." He grabbed a vase from the table and threw it at the wall. Smash! The glass flew everywhere. I covered my head. I was scared. I had never seen Mark angry like this. "Get out," he said. "Mark, please." "Get out," he screamed. "Get out of my house. Go to him. Go to David." I ran to the bedroom. I threw some clothes in a bag. I was shaking. I grabbed my keys. I ran out of the house. I got in my car. I drove. I did not know where to go. It was raining. The rain hit the window hard. I could not see well. I parked the car on the side of the road. I sat in the dark car. I was alone. I was truly alone now. I had a husband. I had a home. I had a future. Now I had nothing. I had only the baby inside me. A baby made from a mistake. I called my mother. She lives in another town. "Mom," I said, "I need help." I told her everything. She was shocked. She was angry. But she is my mother. "Come home," she said. "We will figure this out." I drove to my mother's house. I stayed there for months. Mark filed for divorce. He did not want to see me. He did not want to speak to me. I do not blame him. I broke his heart. I broke his trust. I tried to call David. I told him I was pregnant. "It is your baby," I said. David was quiet. "I cannot be a father, Amanda," he said. "I have no money. I have no home. I am sorry." He changed his phone number. He disappeared. He ran away. So I was alone. 9 months later, my baby was born. It was a girl. She was beautiful. She had blue eyes, Mark's eyes, David's eyes. I named her Hope, because that is all I have left. Hope. It has been 2 years now. I live in a small apartment. I work as a waitress. It is a hard life. I do not have the big house anymore. I do not have the nice car. I do not have the expensive clothes. Sometimes I see pictures of Mark on social media. He looks happy. He has a new girlfriend. She is pretty. They look good together. It hurts to see him, but I am happy for him. He deserves to be happy. He deserves a wife who is honest. I look at my daughter. She is innocent. She did not ask for this. She did not ask for a messy family. She is the light of my life. I love her more than anything. But every day I think about that night. One terrible night. One moment of weakness. One mistake. I want to tell you something. Please listen to me. Loneliness is hard. It hurts. But do not let loneliness make your decisions. Do not let one moment of sadness destroy your life. Cheating is not just about sex. It is about lies. It is about breaking promises. When you break a glass, you can buy a new one. When you break trust, you cannot fix it. It is broken forever. I thought I could hide my secret. But secrets always come out. Truth always comes out. If you are lonely, talk to your partner. If you are unhappy, tell the truth. Do not look for comfort in the wrong place. I learned this the hard way. I learned it through tears and pain. My life is different now. It is not the life I planned. It is not the life I dreamed of. I am a single mother. I am tired. I worry about money. But I am also stronger. I survived. I made a mistake, but I am not a mistake. I am a mother. I am a woman who is learning. I look at Hope. She smiles at me. "Mama," she says. I pick her up. I hug her tight. "I love you," I say. "We will be okay. It will be hard, but we will be okay. I hope you never make my mistake. I hope you cherish what you have. Love your family, be honest, and be strong." This is my story. It is a sad story, but it is my truth. Thank you for listening. Sometimes I walk by my old house. I see the lights on. I wonder what my life would be like if I said no that night. If I said, "Go to sleep, David." We would be a family. I would be Mark's wife. We would be happy. But we cannot live in the what if. We can only live in the now. Now I have my daughter. Now I have my job. Now I have my honesty. It is better to live a hard life with the truth than an easy life with a lie. That is what I believe now. The path of a liar is a lonely path. I walked it for a few weeks. It was dark and scary. Now I walk in the light. It is a steep hill. It is difficult to climb. My feet hurt, but the air is fresh. I have nothing to hide. When I wake up in the morning, I do not have to worry. I do not have to remember my lies. I can look in the mirror. I see a woman with tired eyes. I see a woman with gray hairs coming in. But I see a woman who is real. I know some of you might judge me. You might think, she is a bad person. I understand. I did a bad thing. But I am trying to be a good person now. Every day is a new chance. Every day I try to be kind. Every day I try to work hard. My daughter asks about her father. She is still young. She does not understand. "Where is Daddy?" she asks. I tell her, we are a special family. It is just you and me. One day, I will have to tell her the truth. I will have to tell her about her father and her uncle. That will be a hard day. I am preparing for it. But for now, we play in the park. We eat ice cream. We read books. We make the best of what we have. If you are in a situation like mine, please stop. If you are thinking about making a mistake, please stop. Think about the future. Think about the people you love. One night of fun is not worth a lifetime of regret. I wish I could tell my younger self that. I wish I could shake her. Wake up, Amanda. Don't do it. But I cannot. I can only tell you. You have the power to make good choices. You have the power to be faithful. You have the power to be strong. Use that power. My name is Amanda. This was my story. It is not a fairy tale. There is no prince at the end. But there is life. And where there is life, there is hope. That is why her name is Hope. She is my second chance, and I will not waste it. Thank you for letting me share my heart with you. I hope my pain can help you. I hope my tears can save you from crying your own tears. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. And always, always tell the truth. Goodbye,